Hello friends, we start with our next topic that is known as two-port network. Till date we have completed one of the most important topic that is known as initial condition. You can go through my previous video and understand all the numericals as well as concepts of initial condition. Now we go for the next topic known as two-port network, and after that we'll go for AC analysis. So if you have still not subscribed, comment and like my channel, please do it, because once you subscribe it will be more easy for you to go through my all previous session. The link of my previous video is already mentioned in my description box. So finally we start with our next topic known as two-port network. Now friend, this is one of the topic in which you will find there are small questions used to come in various examinations, in GATE also, in ES also, in other public sector undertaking examinations also. So first of all, we will understand what do you mean by two-port networks. Then we will see the different type of two-port networks, and then we will categorize all those network in different form, and we'll try to understand how the numerical problem generally used to come under this topic. Okay, so first of all, we'll understand what is two-port network. If this is a network, the first very important thing, here we are talking only about the linear networks. Okay, here we are discussing about the linear networks. So till date, whatever network we have studied, it is a kind of this network in which some voltage or some current is present at the input, and this is your network. Okay, so these two terminal is basically known as one port. This is a single port. What is this? This is a single port, and this is your network, and these are the terminals. What is this? These are the terminals. We call these points as terminals. These 2 points as terminal. This is positive terminal, this is negative terminal. Okay, so this is all about the single port network till date we have seen. But what happen if I connect two more terminal here? So this is another port, this you can say it is another port, and finally this will become a two-port network in which some V and I here and some V and I here, or you can say it is V2 I2, or you can say it is V1 I1. So two-port networks are the network in which there are two ports mentioned as in this form, and this is a kind of network, and this is basically a linear network which is consisting of R, L and C. Very important thing. So it is a linear network consisting of R, L, C, but does not contain any sources. Okay, only it contains dependent sources. There is no independent sources in this network, otherwise the analysis is not possible. Okay, so this is a kind of network and it is referred as two-port network. Now the very important question comes to your mind, that why two-port network and why we are going to analyze such type of network. Actually, the concept of two-port network comes into picture when you will talk about transistors and FETs. I've seen transistors in your EDC and ADC subjects. You undergone these topics known as transistors and FETs. Okay, so what happened when you have to analyze the models of the transistors and models of the FETs just to find out the various parameters like impedances, admittances, transfer gains, voltage gains, current gain, okay, transfer impedances also. So under that condition, what you have to do, you have to convert a network into this form. Basically we call it as modeling. We call it as modeling in your transistors and FETs. What you will do when you have to analyze the transistor and FETs, you have to convert transistor into some model. You have listened about that H model or H parameter or hybrid model. So what you will do, you will convert the transistor into some model and then you analyze the entire transistor, because simply analyzing the transistor with the help of its circuit symbol is not possible. So what we will do, we will convert this transistor into some form of two-port network, and then with the help of different type of two ports parameter will solve the network and will analyze the network. So basically this two-port network is solved with the help of some parameters. Okay, the another term comes to be parameters, and that's why we are going to talk about the two-port parameters. First we have understand what is two-port network and how two-port network will be analyzed. It is with the help of some parameters, and these parameters is referred as two-port parameters. So there are basically 6 type of two-port parameters. We will see what are those, and we will understand one by one all the parameters and their different conditions. Okay, this Z parameter, this Y parameter, what is basically these? So I will mention this name also. The Z parameter is also referred as impedance parameter. This is referred as impedance parameters. Okay, we will see this is referred as admittance parameter. Z stands for impedance, as I told you earlier, and where Y stands for admittance. So it is known as admittance parameter. This is known as hybrid parameter. We'll see why it is called as hybrid parameters. Then this is known as inverse hybrid parameters. Okay, this is known as inverse hybrid parameters. This is known as transmission parameters. Transmission parameters, and this is known as inverse transmission parameter. Okay, so there are 6 type of parameter I already mentioned you. So these are known as Z, Y, H, G, A, B, C, D, and A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash. Z is known as your impedance parameter, Y is known as your admittance parameter, H is known as hybrid parameter, G is known as inverse hybrid. ABCD is basically refers as transmission parameters, and A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash is referred as inverse transmission parameters. So they are the 6 category of parameters which we are going to understand. Under this topic, we will first understand what are the parameters type, then we will see the different type of combinations when two circuits are connected in different type of combinations like series, parallel. Then we will categorize how we solve the parameters, and then we will see the different type of two-port networks and how those two-port network will be solved with the help of such parameters. Okay, so first of all we start with our the 6 basic parameter, and within that we start with the first, that is known as Z parameter. Okay, Z basically known as impedance parameter. Okay, now how it is represented? As I said, if this is a network and this is the condition, so this is plus minus, I'll write it as I1, this is plus minus V2, I'll write it as I2. So if V1 I1 is the current existing at port 1, V2 I2 existing at port 2, so what is the Z parameter? It is given by the equation known as V1 equal to Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2, and V2 is equal to Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2. So these are the two equations which basically represent the Z parameters. V1 is equal to Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2, V2 is equal to Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2. If you write this in the form of matrix, it is simply, you can write it in the form of V1 V2, that is equal to Z11 Z12 Z21 Z22, and this is your bracket close, and that comes to be V2 I2. A very simple matrix form I have mentioned here. This is V1 V2 and this is I1 I2. So this is in the matrix form I have mentioned here: V1 V2, Z1 Z12 Z21 Z22, and it is I1 and I2. Okay, now the point comes to in your mind, what is Z11 12 21 and 22? That we will see. If you see here, if I put I2 is equal to 0, now please try to understand, if I put I2 is equal to 0, What does it mean? The meaning is port 2 is open circuited. The meaning of I2 is equal to 0. Please try to understand, very important. Meaning of I2 is 0, that means port 2 is open circuited. Okay. When it is open circuited, then there is no I2. Yes. So when I2 is 0, you will get Z11 as V1 by I1 for I2 equal to 0, and we will get Z21, that is V2 by I1 for I2 is equal to 0. So these are the two meters you have find out for I2 equal to 0. That means your port 2 is open circuited. Very important thing. Now if I say I1 is equal to 0, that means port 1 is open circuited, then you can say that Z12 is equal to V1 by I2 for I1 0, and similarly you can write it as Z22, that is V2 by I2 when I1 is 0. Okay. So like that we have find all the four parameters, that is Z11, Z21, Z12, Z22. Z11 V1 by I1 for I2 is equal to 0. Similarly Z21 V2 by I1. When I1 is 0, this, so your Z12 is V1 by I2 and Z22 is V2 by I2 for I1 is equal to 0. Very important thing. So these are the first condition of Z parameter, in which we have first seen the condition, network which represent a two-port network. Now how we have find the Z parameters? So we have write these equations, and with the help of this equation we have identified the port parameters. Okay. Since I2 is 0, port 2 is open, so it is also known as open circuit input impedance. Very important thing. If you talk about Z12, Z12 is referred as open circuit transfer impedance. Very important. These nomenclatures are important because sometimes you will find question comes in the form of nomenclature. It is open circuit. Why? Again, if you talk about Z12, your I1, your port 1 is 0, that means port 1 is open, so it is known as open circuit transfer impedance. Okay. Or you can say that this is from port 1 to port 2. It is basically represented in the form, it is a transfer impedance, but transfer in the sense it is transfer impedance between port 1 to port 2. Similarly, if you talk about Z21, again it is a transfer impedance. Again it is a transfer impedance. If you see Z21, it is also V2 by I1, but it is from port 2 to port 1. Okay. Now if you talk about Z22, it is open circuit output impedance. Okay. This is open circuit output impedance. So we have seen all the four different type of impedance with their name. First one is known as open circuit input impedance. It is open circuit transfer impedance. It is open circuit transfer impedance, and it is open circuit output impedance. We are considering open circuit. It is because in both the condition either I1 is 0 or I2 is 0. So current is 0. It means that that particular terminal is open circuit in nature. Okay. So this is all about the two-port network with their nomenclatures. Okay. Can I make this circuit in this form? Yes. Yes. So this basically represent a kind of network which is a two-port network. Yes. This is a two-port network. And now if you solve this, you will get this equation. How? If you apply this, just for your understanding, I will explain here. If you apply this KVL, this comes to be what? It comes to be V1 minus of Z12 I2, that is equal to Z11 I1, this is 1 1, okay, this is 2 2. So that comes to be, this current here is I2. So if you apply here, this comes to be V1 minus of Z1 to I2, that is equal to Z11 I1. And if you find the value of V1, that comes to be Z11 I1 plus of Z12 I2. This is your equation first. Similarly, if you apply a loop here, that comes to be V2 minus of Z21 I1, that is equal to Z22 I2. And if you rearrange this equation, so that comes to be V2 Z21 I1 plus of Z22 I2. Now if you see these two equations and these two equations are same. So yes, we can say that we can represent this port parameter equation in this form. Just keep in mind, very important, this equivalent circuit model. Why? Because you will find sometime in GATE a very ticklish question used to ask based on this concept, and these are the very simple concept. But if you not able to recognize it, it will be difficult for you to solve the problem based on such equivalent circuits. Okay, so this is all about the first, that is our Z parameter, in which we have seen the different conditions, and finally we have seen the equivalent circuit. Now the last one, and very important, there are two different conditions known as symmetrical and reciprocal. So I will directly explain those conditions. In my previous sessions, we have already discussed about two type of network. First, known as symmetrical networks, and then we have talked about the reciprocal networks. So whenever you are talking about the symmetrical networks, so sometimes the question is to come, or there is a pattern of question in which they will ask the condition of symmetrical network in Z parameters. Just keep in mind, Z11 is equal to Z22. This condition represents that the network is symmetrical in nature, and if Z12 is equal to Z21, you can say that the network is reciprocal in nature. Okay, so these are the two conditions. It means if you see the Z matrix is in the form of Z11, Z12, Z21, Z22. So if this is equal, so I just make an S just to remember, because when all the 6 parameters will be covered, sometimes a confusion will be created. So just to understand, it's a kind of trick. This you make an S. So this S represented, if these two parameters are equal, it is referred as symmetrical network, and if these two remaining parameters are equal, it is referred as a reciprocal network. So this is the condition of symmetrical network and reciprocal network. Any type of problem may be asked based on these concepts. So concept is very important. If it is a Z matrix, so if these two parameters are equal, then it is referred as symmetrical network, and if these two parameters are equal, it is referred as reciprocal network. We have already discussed about the symmetrical and reciprocal networks in my previous sessions. You can go through my previous session and try to understand it. Okay, so this is all about Z parameter. We go for the next, that is known as admittance parameter, that is Y parameter. Impedance, we have seen Z, that is V by I, but when you talk about Y, it is I by V, simply known as impedance. This unit is in ohm and this unit is in mho. This we have already discussed in our previous sessions. Just for your basic understanding, I have once again mentioned here, Z is your impedance, that is V by I, but if you reverse it, that is I by V, that will become an admittance. Okay, so now we are talking about the admittance parameter. With the same condition, if this is a network, okay, and again the condition existing here is V1 I1, and here it is V2 I2. So the first of all, the equation for Y parameters is given by, that is I1 is equal to Y11 V2 y11 v1 plus y12 v2, and I2 is equal to y21 v1 plus y22 v2. This is equation first, this is equation second. So this is a equation for y parameters. Now if you draw its, if you make its impedance matrix, admittance matrix, that comes into form of y11 y12 y21 y22, and it is v1 v2. Okay, so this y is known as your admittance matrix. If I talk about this y, so it is in the form of y11 y12 y21 y22, and this is your admittance matrix. Okay, now we'll see how we find it. So if I make it y2 v2 as 0, so here y11 comes to be I1 by v1 and y21 comes to be I2 by v1. Similarly here y12, if v1 is 0, y12 comes to be I1 by v2 and y22 comes to be I2 by v2. Okay, so this is one condition, this is another condition. Okay, so from here the one thing is very clear, that when v2 is 0, it means these two terms will go 0. So y11 comes to be I1 by v1 and y21 comes to be I2 by v1. Similarly, if v1 is 0, then y12 terms comes to be I1 by v2 and it is I2 by v2. Okay, so this is the value of your y parameters in terms of when v1 is 0 and when v2 is 0. Okay, now we'll see what we call it as. It is known as short circuit input admittance parameter. Okay, this is known as short circuit transfer admittance. Okay, but this is known as short circuit transfer admittance, but it is for port 2 to port 1. Okay, just keep in mind. Similarly, this is also a short circuit transfer admittance, but it is from port 1 to port 2. Okay, why? Because we are now talking about the admittance, and this is known as short circuit output admittance, is known as short circuit output admittance parameter. So these are the name is very important, just keep in mind. This is short circuit input admittance parameter, this is short circuit transfer admittance parameter, but from port 2 to port 1, here to here. Why? Because it is an admittance. Similarly, it is short circuit transfer admittance from port 1 to port 2, and this is known as y22, which is known as short circuit output admittance parameter. Okay, now if I draw the equivalent circuit, we are going to draw the equivalent circuit. So this comes to be in the form of, I told you earlier, impedance is always connected in series form and admittance is connected in parallel form. Very simple. With the same concept we are drawing this. This is your voltage V1, this is your current I1, this is your voltage V2, this is your current I2. Okay. Now whenever you are talking about the transfer impedance, whenever you are talking about the transfer admittance, this is in the form of this, and it is a dependent source because it is dependent upon this value. Similarly, this is also a dependent source because it is depend upon this value. Okay, and this is your y11, this is your y22. Okay, so now this is your circuit, very simple. If you want to solve it, we'll see. If this is a node, why I am solving? Just to understand how I have redraw it. If you understand this is a node and this voltage V1 is appearing here, so if you want to write a KCL equation at this particular node, what will be the KCL equation? 2 current which is going here equal to the current which is coming here. So can you say that y11 V1 plus y12 V2 minus of I1 is 0 for this node? Yes, or you can say that I1 is equal to y11 V1 plus y12 V2. I have just simply write a KCL equation. Why I have taken y11 into V1? Because the product of voltage and admittance will become a current. Okay, so that's why I have taken it as in this manner. Similarly, if you apply at this node, please see, if you apply at this node, similarly it comes to be y22 V2 plus of y21 V1 minus of I2 is 0, or you can say that the value of I2 comes to be y21 V1 plus of y22 V2. So like that we have draw the equivalent circuit. Okay. Finally, the condition of symmetric network again and reciprocal. So for symmetric condition, again the same thing, y11 equal to y22, and for reciprocal y12 is equal to y21. Very important, just keep in mind. Okay, if you see the Y matrix, it is in the form of this, that is y11, y12, y21, y22. So again this form S. So y11, y22 is equal, that means it is a symmetrical, and if y12 and y21 is equal, then it is a reciprocal network. So this is all about Y parameters. Now we'll see with the H parameters. One important thing which we have already seen in Z parameters and Y parameter, that this equation is basically a KVL equation and this equation was basically a KCL equation. In Z parameter we have written the equation in the form of V1 is equal to Z11 I1, Z12 I2, like that. In Y parameters we have written in the form of I1. So whatever the two equation mentioned in Z parameter, it is a KVL equation, and whatever the two equation mentioned in Y parameter is a KCL equation. Just keep in mind. Now come to hybrid parameter, again important class of parameter, or you can say that the most widely used parameter, and that why it is referred as hybrid. We will see why it is known as hybrid parameter. So as per our general notion, if this is a network, if this is V2 I2 and this is V1 I1, so for hybrid parameter, very important, the equation is given in the form of V1 is equal to H11 I1 plus H12 V2 and I2 is equal to H21 I1 plus H22 V2. Very important equation. V1 is equal to H11 I1 plus H12 V2 and I2 is equal to H21 I1 plus H22 V2. These two equations are known as hybrid parameter equations. Okay, this equation basically represent a KVL equation, and this equation basically represent a KCL equation. In Z parameter it was only KVL, in Y parameter it was only KCL, but when you talk about the hybrid parameters, the equation is in the form of KVL as well as KCL. Okay, so your first equation is KVL, another one is KCL. Now if I talk about to find the value of h11, h12, 21 and 22. So first of all, I will take a condition that is V2 is 0. If your V2 is 0, that means, what does it mean? V2 is 0, it means this port is short circuited. Very important. Port 2 is short circuited. Okay, V2 0, it means it is connected in this form. So I can say that this port is short circuited. Okay, port 2 is short circuited. So under this condition, your H11 comes to be V1 by I1 and your H21 comes to be I2 by I1. Okay, now if I1 is 0, you can say that port 1 is open circuit. Yes, so your H12 comes to be V1 by V2 and your H22 comes to be I2 by V2. Your H22 comes to be I2 by V2. So like that you have find the 4 different conditions. These are the 4 conditions. Now we will see what are those conditions. This is for V2 is 0, that means port 2 is short circuited. This is for I1 is 0, it means port 1 is open circuited. Now we will see what is the nomenclature for all these parameters. Okay, here I can also write the H matrix. This H matrix is given in the form of H11, H12, H21, H22. You can write this in the form of this also, that is V1, V2, and this is your H matrix, H11, H12, H21, H22, and here it is I1, V2. This is I1, V2 and this is V1, I2. Okay, very important. Just keep in mind, I have just write it is in the matrix form. Okay, and this is your H matrix. The port was short circuited. Okay, the port was short circuited. Why? Because V2 was 0. So it is known as short circuit input impedance. This is about the H11. When you talk about the H12, it is open circuit reverse voltage gain. Okay, H12, it is open circuit reverse voltage gain. When you talk about H21, it is short circuit forward current gain. And if you talk about H22, it is open circuit output admittance. Open circuit output admittance. Now if you see, in all these 4 parameters, we have identified impedance, we have identified voltage gain, we have identified current gain, and finally we have identified admittance. So within this parameter, we have identified all the 4 important aspects of a network whenever we convert into some kind of model. Because when you convert either transistor and FETs into some model, your primary task is to find the properties of a network. That is what, either you have to find the input impedance, either you have to find the output impedance, or you have to find the voltage gain, current gain, bandwidth, unity gain bandwidth. Like that, there are a lot of parameters you have to find, but these are the 4 basic parameters, and that's why it is referred as hybrid parameter. Why? Because within the same parameter you have identified these 4 different type of conditions. Okay, so this is very important, and you will find a lot of question used to come, because it is little bit keep difficult to remembering all the parameter equations. Okay, so very important thing, when you go through the number of problem, automatically you just remember the parameter equations. Okay, so this is all about the hybrid parameter. You will see its equivalent circuit. So if you see, this is a port 1 equation. So this is V1, I1, this is H11, okay, and this is a voltage source of H12, V2. If you see, this is a kind of current equation, V2, I2, this is your H22, and this current is known as H21, I1. Okay, so like that we have draw the equivalent circuit. Very important. This is your equivalent circuit. V1 is equal to H11 I1, H12 V2. Simply if you apply a KVL equation and if apply a KCL at this node, you can easily get these values. Okay, so this is very important. Just try to understand it. Okay, so this is the equivalent circuit. Finally, the condition of symmetric network and reciprocal. So for that we will draw the H matrix, that is hybrid matrix, and then we'll try to understand the condition of symmetry and reciprocal. In case of H parameters, if this is an H matrix, then it is H11, 1, 2, H21, H22. So whenever we are talking about the condition of symmetric networks, please keep in mind del of H must be 1. Del of H, it means you have to find the value that is determinant. So that comes to be what? It is H11 into H22 minus of H21 into H12. That should become to 1. If this condition is followed, then you can say that the network is symmetrical in nature. Okay, and this is for symmetrical network. And if H12 is equal to minus of H21, very important thing, minus of H21, then such type of network is referred as reciprocal network. You have to remember these conditions. Okay, these conditions are used in various problems to solve it. Okay, so for symmetrical, this condition must be followed, then the network is referred as symmetrical network. If this condition is followed, then the network is referred as reciprocal network. So this is all about the H parameters. Okay, now in my next video we will see about the rest of the parameter. Okay.